Test the microphone. All right, that's working. Wow, here, take, enjoy. You need to be there at 10:20? What? Oh, you can't just go and support your fellow students who are getting baptized. The priority is getting chocolate credits. Okay, I see. You think I'll be able to make it? I need like 6 more. Oh, I see. You're in a deficit situation. I have no idea. There's only going to be 4 more. No, there's today. And then Friday. This poor planning. But there's chapel tonight too. No, tomorrow. You get all the optional ones. You're gonna be there. Yeah. Do your quiz though. You gotta focus on your quiz. Yeah, you gotta get her done. Come on. This is practice for the test. Where's that? All right, we'll pretend that this is a real quiz, and I'll say, oh, you've got about a minute to go. Don't panic, but try to finish up. And we'll go over the answers. Well, let's go ahead and give it a go, see how things are going. As hopefully you didn't do too poorly on the homework. I didn't see any. Usually I get an email. I was just looking for it, and I don't have any email from Newton. But usually Newton will email me and say, one student is struggling or two students are struggling with such and such a topic. And if it's just one or two, I'm just like, well, who is it? It's okay. You know, like it just means that someone's, I guess, struggling. Maybe they were doing it at night. But anyway, so I didn't get an email about today's homework. But this is the sort of thing that you did, but you might not have realized the formula because we kind of set it up in class. But hopefully it got drilled into your head that you're doing row total times column total over grand total to get expected frequencies. So that's what you're supposed to do there. Here's my calculations for the first one. I guess I did it backwards. I have column total times row total over grand total. I got 47.69. So don't round. Well, I rounded, but I mean, don't round to 48. You know, at least 47 point. I think Newton wanted us to round to one digit, so maybe 47.7. But it's okay to have a decimal here. Same thing with this one. This one is jump center, kick right. So jumping center, kicking right. Oh, did I pick the wrong one? I think I may have done the wrong one here. Yeah, I did. Jump center, kick right. I did kick left. Here, let me fix that. Get rid of this. Get rid of this. And let's start again. So kick right. Yeah, that's 118. Yeah, so it's 19, 118. Oh, look, I've got them bold-faced. I didn't even notice that. They're the ones that we're interested in. But anyway, so there it is. We could do it on the calculator, I guess. Here, let me do it real quick. Since I just did this, I'll just change my thing here. 118. There we go. So 7.45. Does that sound like? Sure. So you'll have an embarrassingly similar question on the actual test in 2 weeks. So this is what you can expect. Null and alternative hypotheses. Jump and kick are unrelated is the null hypothesis, and jump and kick are related is the alternative hypothesis. Degrees of freedom, you take the categories minus 1 times categories minus 1. So 2 times 2 is 4. Then find it on the table. That's easy enough. I think it said 5%. So significance level. So there it is, 9.488. I gave you a test statistic. This reject the null hypothesis because it's bigger than the critical value. And so there is evidence to suggest that jump and kick are related. So in my fictitious example of, I suspect that there's even more of a relationship than this, you know, because I've seen the soccer videos of penalty kicks. So any questions about how that shook out, how it works? And also my apologies to those watching on the video. The audio may be poor because I don't have my mic today. I left it in my office. All right, well, let's move on. to other things. Oh, let me do this on here. Give me a sec. This here, there we go. Only because, yeah, because I have a little video. I wonder if the sound is working. Well, we'll find out. I have a short video to show you in just a bit. Is there a volume? Oh, yeah, look at that. Volume is cranked way up. Well, we'll see if it works when we get to it. It's a little later on. I don't hear anything. Oh, there. Sorry, that's loud. Okay, so when we get to it, it's not a big deal. But so correlation is what we're going to be doing today. Correlation is this idea that you have. So you'll notice that what we just did. I'll show you this again. Where is it? There it is. So this was the relationship between two qualitative variables. You have direction of kick and direction of jumping for the goalkeeper. So these are both qualitative variables. They're categories. Qualitative. And this is qualitative. Okay, whatever. So you can imagine that it's important sometimes to figure out if two variables are related. If there's a relationship, because if there's a relationship, then you can exploit the relationship somehow, and make improvements or what have you. So that's a relationship between two qualitative variables, but you can imagine that you would be interested sometimes in two quantitative variables, and oftentimes this is the case. And so that's what we're doing today, is two quantitative variables, and that's where correlation comes in. So correlation means joint association. It's a relationship between two quantitative variables. Correlation is not causation. So this is a thing that I remember one of the psychology professors, now he's retired, Randy Kronk, used to wander around just muttering this under his breath. Correlation is not causation. He was a big fan of that phrase. But it's not. Correlation is not causation. You see, when you have a correlation, when you have a relationship between two things, for example, I'll tell you right now that your shoe size is correlated with your height. People that are taller have bigger feet. People who are shorter have smaller feet. That's just the way it is, right? And so what's causing what? Well, in terms of the height and the shoe size, is it that height causes your shoe size to be bigger? When you're taller, you have a bigger shoe size, so your height is causing your shoe size? Or is it that your shoe size, having big feet, causes you to be taller? You know, which is it? Well, it's probably something else. It's causing both of them, A and B. And so that's probably the case, is that. And so actually I was doom scrolling on Instagram this weekend and happened upon a video that actually describes this so much better than the story that I usually tell. And so I thought I'd let this Instagram whatever star tell the story rather than me. But before I do that, I just need to stop streaming because I've gotten in trouble with YouTube. So just a minute. So sorry, YouTubers, you're just gonna have to, oh, here, just a sec. I had this set up for anyone who's watching and wants to see this video. You can find it by Googling or DuckDuckGoing. Here we go, there it is. Just look for Dr. Jessica correlation on Instagram. You'll find it right there. It's the first hit. Okay, so I'll stop this, but we'll start up again.